What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more live Aha, as we listen to the third of 3 selected tracks from their live at Frognerparken performance, which I now have firmly in mind was before Analogue was released, so this would be a debuting of Keeper of the Flame. And I remember a handful of things from the reaction I did to the album track, which is to say, my impression when I listened, and as many of you confirmed in your assessments, this is a very Beatles-type Aha song, which suggests very clearly that it comes from the pen and the musical mind of Paul. Secondarily, it seemed like a number of you considered it one of the best on the album, with the notable exception of James, which, James, if you're still out there but without a device, shout out to you. I hope you're still watching, and at one point you can come back and continue commenting again. But yes, I remember he was very critical of the song in a sort of comedic way. But yes, with that aside, I felt like most of you considered it to be a very good song of theirs. I definitely enjoy the smooth, graceful vocals, the harmonies, again, the notable Beatles vibe, which comes across, I think, in the sonics and just the composition overall, meaning like the arrangement. So yeah, I think it's a really nice tune. Keen to hear a live performance of it, which again would have been a very special treat for the folks at this concert. Thank you again to Sofia for providing these extra tracks, and we have more live material coming. We are going to maybe vary in terms of like the demos, the live stuff, and remixes, so time and again remixes might be coming very soon. In any case, in the meantime, while Luca sleeps very adorably, let's give it a listen. This is Aha, a live performance of Keeper of the Flame from the Live in Frognerparken concert 2005.
Sentiment, you could have been the keeper of the sentiment, you could have been the keeper of the flame. Give it up for summer days, laying in the grass. Everything is happening in your head. You raise your fist up in the air, clench your teeth and say, 4 more years and I am out.
beautiful. I will say it had a slightly more epic sound. I don't know if that's just the live acoustics of the recording, which, to be fair, like sometimes that can be an issue with bootlegs, but these are reasonably high quality, and I think the acoustics in the recording really add a bit of extra vivacity or verve to it. I will say also the vocals sound fantastic, and I suppose, again, that can depend on the character of a live recording, but I think Morten sounded fantastic here, and just the resonance of his vocals, I think, carried very well. I do think, listening to the song again, there's a cleverness to the wordplay in the song. I do get why some people might think that it's a bit, like, cheeky or, almost a bit silly with the not really direct repetitions, but the instrumental, instrument, sentimental, sentiment, like the pairings, the dual phrasing. It has a poetic quality to it. So I think it reads more like poetry than a narrative, where, some songs come across like more abstract, some come across like they're literally just telling you a story. This reads like a sonnet, or with little couplets of poetic lines. So I enjoy it. I think they're clever, and I like the repetition of phrasing, even if I do understand why some people might find it, tedious or a bit silly. So yeah, the Beatles vibes very much present in this live performance, which again, whether I'm mistakenly thinking that this is right after the album released or correctly thinking that it's right before the album was released, it makes sense that by and large it would be more or less identical to the album tune. Whereas again, if it's an album that's been out for years, much less a couple decades, that would make more sense if they played a variant or, took it in a different direction than people had become familiar with. So yes, ultimately it's as enjoyable as the album track. I like the live performance. It sounds like the audience was very much into it as well. So yeah, just a beautiful performance of a lovely tune. And if you like the Beatles, if you like Paul's songwriting and song composition, then I think this one is in your lane. Our apologies collectively to James. So in any case, looking forward to more Aha. There will be another demo reaction in this same batch, so look for that, and I will see you then. Peace.